Good morning, children. Today in DP, we are going to continue the same chapter, that is, what is democracy? Why democracy? Children, till now, I think the definition or the meaning of democracy is clear to all. Children, this word democracy is derived from the Greek word demokratia. Demo means people and kratos mean or kratia means rule or power. That means democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the common people. Now, today we will see the broader meaning of democracy. Children, in democratic countries, all the people do not rule, means a majority is allowed to take decision on behalf of the people. People in democracy rule through their representative. This form of democracy is called representative democracy. Now, children, what is the meaning of representative democracy? It is a form of democracy in which the people of the country chooses their own representative. How do they choose? They choose the representative through the elections. Then the chosen representative of the people frame the laws for the country. In representative democracy, people rule through their elected representatives. Children, the most common form of democracy that takes in our time or which prevails in our time is a representative democracy. Majority is allowed to take decision on behalf of all the people. Now we will see why representative democracy is better or why it is necessary. Children, as you know, modern democracies involve large number of people that it is physically impossible for them to sit together and take a collective decision. That means it is not possible for any country, all the people to sit in one place or in an assembly and take the collective decision. Instead, what we do, we choose a representative and that representative will take all the decision on our behalf. Children, this you can see in the parliament of our country. The member of parliament are chosen by the common people and in the parliament they take the decision, make the laws, run the government on behalf of common people. Now I think the first point is clear. Now the second one, even if possible, the citizen do not have the time, desire or the skills to take part in the decisions or in the decision making. Children, if they could sit together, but there may be some citizens who may not have the time to attend that assembly or to attend that meeting, or some people may not have the desire or skill to take part in the decision making process. That is why the representative democracy is a better form. Here we elect our representative and that chosen representative take all the decisions on the behalf of common people. Now, I think, children, this is clear. Why do we need representative democracy or why representative democracy is better? Now, difference between democracy and non-democracies. Children, in democratic government or in democracy, government are elected by the adult citizens. In democracy, all the adult citizens have the power to elect their representatives who rules them and also can take back the power from them when they do not fulfill people's aspiration. Then citizens have fundamental rights. Fundamental rights protect the liberties and freedom of the citizens against any invasion by the state. They are very essential for the all round development of the individual and the country. Then leaders rule within the constitutional law and citizens' right. Children, we cannot neglect the views, thoughts, opinion and ideas of the citizen. That is, the citizen have say in the democratic government. The people can change the ruler or the leaders if they are unhappy with them. Election offers a choice and fair opportunity to the people to change the current rulers. The choice and opportunities are available to all the people on an equal basis. The exercise of this choice leads to the government limited by the basic rules of the constitution and the citizens' right. And the next one is accountability. Democracy provides a responsive or accountable government because it is formed by the elected representatives of the people. Citizens have right to participate in decision making that affects them all. Now the non-democracy. First point, government is not elected. It is either dictatorship or monarchy. In dictatorship, one person or a small group possess absolute power without effective constitutional limitations. And in monarchy, the supreme authority is vested in the monarch, an individual ruler who functions as the head of the country and who achieves his or her position through the hereditary. That means in both the cases they are not elected by the common people. Next, no rights to the citizen. In non-democratic countries, people do not have fundamental rights such as freedom of speech and expression, protest against the ruler, no freedom to elect their rulers, etc. Then leaders rule as they feel like, as they wish. People do not elect their rulers and have no right in decision making. No accountability. The rulers are not accountable to the people and their needs. Now, children, when democracy is used for organizations other than government, democracy is not only about rulers and the government. Democracy is a principle that can be applied to any sphere of life. Democratic decisions involve consultation with the consent of all those who are affected by that decision. In this sense, it can be applied to any organization other than the government. We can have democratic class from where the student can ask questions without hesitation, where the teacher have a democratic temperament, where the interaction is not one way traffic but healthy two-way interaction. Children, in the same way, democracy can be seen in the family, in your homes, in your house, families where the decisions are not taken by any one individual and imposed on the rest of the family member. All the family members should sit together and should arrive at a general consensus. Thus, democracy is a principle that can be applied to any sphere of life and can take many forms. Children, sometimes we use the word democracy not to describe any existing government but to set up an ideal standard that all democracy must aim to become. Now, what is an ideal standard democracy? Children, True democracy will come to a country only when no one goes hungry to bed. In a democracy, every citizen must be able to play an equal role in decision making. For this, an equal right to vote is not sufficient. Every citizen needs to have equal information, basic education, equal resources, and a lot of commitment. If we take these ideals seriously, then no country in the world is a perfect democracy. Every democracy has to try to realize the ideals of democratic decision making. It cannot be achieved once and for all. It requires a constant efforts to save and strengthen democratic reforms or democratic forms of decision making. The work, attitude, and the views of the citizens are the major element in making their country more or less democratic. The fate of the country depends not just on what the rulers do, but mainly on what the citizens do. Democracy depends on active political participation by all the citizens. That's all for today, children. Thank you and have a nice day.